Hi, my name's Leanne, one of the pro makeup artists for Leanne. Today I'm going to be showing you the functions of translucent powder and showing you how you can use them within your makeup applications. So the first step I'm going to take is doing highlighting and contouring. I'm going to use the TV paint stick. Now these are quite iconic to use alongside the translucent powder. Anything that's a cream or liquid base, the translucent powder is extremely practical for. So I'm going to show you quite a heavy application of highlight and contour, just so we can see the real function of the translucent powder. I'm going to start off just highlighting with 406 in the TV paint stick. I'm going to be quite generous just to show you the ability of the powder. And I'm going to use DIN, which is D-I-N, for contouring. Remember, the cream does blend and move, so don't use too much because it'll be quite difficult then to take off any excess. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can highlight and contour. Just do what suits your face shape the best. So I'm going to go in first of all just with a smaller blending brush. This is one of our vegan brushes from our Blue Masters range. This one is 8935, so this is great when you're trying to blend any cream product just to get a really nice soft finish. So once you start to blend around the eyes, I'm also going to do just in here. And I'm going to work with my larger blending brush, again from the Blue Masters range. This one is in article number 8953. This is fantastic when you're doing any real soft blending. It's also great for full face application as well. And because this has an angle, it's really nice because it helps to sharpen up that contour edge. So I don't want to overblend, just so that you can actually see where I've placed my product. Just going to pop a bit around the temples and blend the hairline. Always blend your contour up as well, don't bring it down. You want everything to be lifted into frame. Okay, so we've got quite a nice base there of our highlight and contour. It was quite a heavy application using the TV paint stick. Now the TV paint stick is a wax-based formula. It is a cream stick, so we do need something that's going to really absorb any of those oils, just so that we get a really nice fixation to the makeup. Now the one product, as I mentioned earlier, is your translucent powder. This one's TL1, so completely colourless. You can get in other shades as well. TL1 is pretty universal. I would only change that tone if I'm working on a much darker skin, just so that you don't make the face go too ashy. Now tools is very dependent on, you know, the look and how much makeup you have on. Generally, I would say to always have a powder puff. These are so much more practical when you're working with a loose powder. If you're going to be doing any baking, if you're going to be really locking that makeup into place, you need something that you can really press that powder into the skin. if you use a brush, you'll find that it just sits on the surface of the skin and it doesn't absorb or draw out any of the oil from the makeup. That's the whole purpose of using a loose translucent powder, to really lock and absorb any oils from the makeup. If you want to brighten any of your highlight areas, a nice little tip, you can get the tinted powder. TL3, which is a pink base, or TL4, which is a yellow base, is really nice just to enhance that highlight under the eyes and just around that jaw area as well. So for the best results when you're using any translucent powder, one, use a powder puff, really lock that makeup into place. Then allow the makeup to sit on the skin for at least 3 to 5 minutes just to really draw out any of that oil. Once that's then set, you can remove any excess. So we've allowed the powder to sit on the skin for up to 5 minutes. We're now going to use a fluffy powder brush. It can be anything with a looser hair, just something that actually grabs onto the powder without dragging onto the makeup. And we can just take away any of that excess powder that we don't need. So fundamentally, using a loose translucent powder is going to give you a much more longer lasting makeup, a higher fixation to any cream or liquid base, and it's also something that's going to be much more durable if you're doing any stage based makeup, if you're doing any drag based makeup or creative makeups that need quite a lot of layers.